This is Jefferson Close-Up, and I'm Carol Celine. My guest today is Dr. Pascal Jabbour. Welcome.
Thank you.
You had a kind of scary childhood. You grew up in a Christian family during the Civil War in Beirut, Lebanon, which went on for almost 15 years. What was life like for you then?
That's right. I grew up during the war in Beirut, and it was tough. We were going to school one day, missing 3-4 days. Nothing was predictable. You couldn't make any plans, and sometimes go to the shelter in the middle of the night, or sometimes spend days there.
How did you become a doctor?
Well, it's an interesting story. When I was a little kid, I had a tonsillectomy. And before I left the hospital, the ENT surgeon gave me a small lab coat. So I took it home. I used to wear it and go around walking saying, I'm going to be a doctor. And even more, I used to say, I want to be a surgeon.
Really?
And this is how this grew up with me. And this is how I decided to be a
That's very sweet.
doctor.
So you're still wearing a white coat.
That's right. The size is a little bit different.
Tell us a little bit about your family.
I'm married. My wife is Maria. She used to be a nurse, and she's also an opera singer. Not professional, but she sings. And I have 2 little boys, James and Jeffrey.
Let's talk a little bit about your work. You are a vascular neurosurgeon, which you described as taking care of anything in the brain that bleeds. Tell us a little bit about what that means.
Yeah, so practically I do mainly vascular work, which is anything in the vessels of the brain, the neck, or the spinal cord. So I take care of aneurysms, I take care of AVMs, arteriovenous malformations, I take care of stroke, and any vessels abnormality in the spinal cord.
How are these usually found?
So unfortunately, aneurysms are found incidentally, so patients can live without knowing that they have an aneurysm until the aneurysm ruptures. Or if they've had an imaging for any other reason, at that time we can find them. So now more and more we're screening more people with the new imaging and MRAs, and we can find aneurysms that are not ruptured, and the main goal is to try to treat them before they rupture and it's too late.
So how do you treat them?
So that's interesting. There are 2 ways treating aneurysms, either open brain surgery and placing a clip on the aneurysm, or less invasive through the artery going to the groin, going up to the brain, and stuffing the aneurysm with either coils or glue.
Glue?
Yeah.
So you do most of your work actually through the veins, through the arteries?
Through the arteries, through the femoral artery going up all the way up to the brain, yes.
I always find it fascinating that you can get to the brain by threading something through the entire body. Oh, well, that's fabulous news, you know. Now, you must have an incredibly high level of technical competency to do your work.
That's right, and at the same time, I'm very accessible and I care a lot about my patient.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you very much.